Next question's from Dr. Rock 32481. Favorite band of all time? It's probably tied between Iron Maiden and Led Zeppelin. Next question is from Irby78. What's the game system that got you into gaming? It's definitely the regular Nintendo. It's what got me into gaming when I first played The Legend of Zelda when I was about 4 or 5 years old. And, ever since then, it's just been straight gaming. Next question is from Hack206. What do I do for a living? Go to school, work basically full time now, go to school full time. And, yeah, that's about it. When I have time, I do YouTube and play games. Next question is from Star Wars Nut 77, aka Gamester81. I'd like to know how long you've been gaming and what's your first system you ever owned. Probably since I was about 3 or 4 or 5. And first system was actually, it wasn't my first, it was actually my dad's system, but it was mine too. And it was a Atari / ColecoVision, I think, if I can remember right. I think it was called the Coleco Gemini, if I'm thinking correctly. You might be able to help me out on that, and you probably have it. If you can, do a video on that sometime. And I believe that's the first system I ever had. Then it was a Nintendo. Next question is from Mr. 75 BP. What is the oldest system you have? Well, it's probably the Nintendo or my Atari XE. I don't know which one quite came out earliest, so whichever one of those two. Next question is from pokemonzrpg. Have you ever watched a show called Dragon Ball Z before, and if so, did you like it? No, I've never seen the show before. I hate the show. Next question is from dakotagonzalez. What is your favorite next-gen game? Probably Halo 3 right now. And that's strictly multiplayer. The campaign's good, but not my favorite. Next question is from interghost. If you could be any game character, who would it be and why? Would you live in the world too? Probably have to say classic Mega Man. Just because, shooting robots, dodging spikes, capturing Dr. Willy, it's all great. And yeah, I live in this world. Next question is from VideoGamer697. First question, am I a fan of DBZ? Yes, I am. Second question, do you like Metal Gear Solid series? I do have Metal Gear Solid 2 and 3, but I haven't played them yet. That is because I haven't actually played any of the MGS games, because I want to start with the first one. And I haven't got it yet, so I do plan on doing it. Next question is from MrMikethegamer. What is the most you have ever spent on a system in a game? Most I spent on a system was probably my Nintendo Wii or my 360. So I think they were both $250. And the most I spent on a game is probably the $80 I spent on Resident Evil 5 Collector's Edition. Next question is from xTatSplatx. What game did you not have high hopes for before playing, but ended up really enjoying? That game is definitely Dark Sector. I bought this game for like $8. Wasn't expecting much. This game is fantastic. A great first-person shooter. I'd think of it really a cross between Gears of War and Resident Evil 4. Really. An excellent game. If you have a 360, you must buy this game. This game is great. The multiplayer is okay. Single player is very fun. Highly recommend it. And the second question is, do I have a girlfriend? And I'd like to think so. Next question is from Hardcore Retro Gamer. What is your favorite RPG? Final Fantasy IX. Next question is Planet Terror or Death Proof? Which one is your favorite? Gotta go with Planet Terror because it's like non-stop action from front to back. Death Proof is very slow at the beginning, although the end is very kick-ass. So gotta go with Planet Terror. Next question is from Daddy-O Kill. First question is, do you hate Fred? Yeah, Fred's annoying as fuck. Next question, what do you like most, Genesis or SNES? Definitely gotta go with the SNES. Just the amount of RPGs on there. And number 3, best beat 'em up. In my opinion, is probably, it's a tie for me that I think of right now. Streets Rage 2 or the Simpsons arcade game. If you haven't played the Simpsons arcade game, find it somewhere and play it. It's awesome. Next question is from FilmBuff80. What's the best? Hold on. What's the best game pickup, Goodwill, or other place? Well, I grab it. Believe it or not, I did find, if you've been following me for a while, I did find Chrono Trigger at Goodwill for $2.99. I think this was on my first games I bought recently episode. Totally amazed that I found it. Ever since then, I've been going to the Goodwill, finding lots of great stuff. And the first Chrono Trigger I actually bought for like $50. And you know, when I found the chance to get a second one, I snatched it up as quick as I could. That's definitely the best pickup I found so far. Next question is from Immortal119. What's your least favorite system? Least favorite system that I own, I guess, is probably the wow. I'm gonna say the Atari 7800. Or no, actually, I'd say the 5200 because if I'm thinking correctly, it's not backwards compatible. 2600 games, I don't believe. The 7800 I have is backwards compatible, so it's pretty good. And the 7800 games are okay. Last question. Last question. It's from Blazing Slayer. There's been many retro rebirths, Mega Man 9, Bionic Commando, Contra 4, to name a few. Out of all the remade retro classics, which one did you enjoy the most? Definitely Mega Man 9. It was very challenging for the hardcore retro gamers. It was made classic 8-bit style, which I totally love. They didn't redo it. They didn't, why change something that's not broken, Why fix something that's not broke? The game was awesome. If you're a fan of Mega Man, classic Mega Man, definitely get Mega Man 9. They add great 8-bit music, just everything about it's awesome. And that's it for my Q&A, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for everybody who subscribed and all my new subscribers. And I'll catch you guys for more videos later.